This morning I received a sign. I was driving along the side of the road, and on the side of the road were two huge blobs of this paper. What do you notice about it? It's neutral. So it looks like the way this is, this might be for like large pottery or furniture. I don't even really know. But it looks like the papers are fused on one side with other paper in the middle, all different weights. And I'm guessing this is kind of like what they make the Amazon mailers out of. But it's definitely, I have 3 globs of it. And they're like, they filled the couch. But to me, that was a sign that like, hey, you got to start figuring out your cover. So I'm going to cut a chunk of this. And I think I'm going to sew it like a quilt because it's got this nice inside, this nice outside, and some fluff in the middle. And isn't that the definition of a quilt? I think I'm going to cut it, maybe sew around the edges, and then maybe even sew a design in it. So yeah, I had to finish what I was doing and then go back and find it on the side of the road because I'm that person. Okay. Okay, so I cut it down to a manageable size. And so this is what I was explaining. These two outer pieces are fused. And then these inner pieces are inside. So I cut it extra large because I don't know, first of all, how the sewing is going to go. Might just punch holes in it and make it weaker. But I figured I have an old signature here that I had started for something I was looking at. And so I'm figuring I might need to strengthen the edges by doing a fold. You know, and actually, I'm like kind of like making a hem. Then I have to decide. This inside one is kind of nice and creamy looking, as opposed to this side, which looks more like a brown bag. And I'm thinking this might be the outside. Alright, I'm going to try and set up my sewing machine, and we shall see if I am able to figure out how to fill you in on that. Alright, so stay tuned. I don't know if I lost you guys or if I wasn't recording. So this is the front side of that sewing that I did. It's all globbied up. And it's all loose. So that's the bobbin side. So what that tells me is my tension wasn't set right, because it's all droopy. Now the other side looks pretty neat, but I wasn't planning on that being the finished side. Maybe it will be. I don't know. We'll see. I have this awesome card, and this is not a card for, I don't think this is a card for anybody that we know. I think this was mixed in with some cards that I bought at a yard sale once. So I am going to see what I can do to get this bride and groom out. Might not be as easy as you think. See, what we want to do is we want to know what glue they were using back in the day. Okay. There's a little stuffy part. There's this part. I wonder if it was like rubber cement. It kind of... Oh. Okay, got a little thin there for a minute. They're cute. Look at this nice rose here. All right, let's cut this out. You can see that I have no direct line to what I'm trying to do today. I don't know why. I know why, because I was looking for something and I came across this card, and then I was like, oh. All right. I think I'm going to leave her in there. I'm going to get rid of this stuff, though. Let's see. I'm going to leave this long in case I want to anchor it somehow. So you see where I sewed my sweater into the cover? I had to cut it loose. I cut the threads, not my sweater. All right. I'm going to see if I can rub this a little. I think it could probably be a little cleaner. I mean, I don't mind if things are grungy if you can't get them clean, but that doesn't mean you should. It doesn't mean that I always want to leave 50-year-old grime on something. There we go. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I have a lavender that I can do in these parts. Pale lavender. I'm sure that's going to be too blue. The ones that are too purple. check one more spot. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test these out on this piece of paper that has a little bit of that. That's one. Two. This one has not been opened yet. Forget Me Not is the name of the color. Ooh, this is promising. Okay, let's see which one is fitting. I'd say either the first one, Canyon Creek, or the last one. I actually think this last one has a little bit of rosiness in it. I think that's the one I'm going to use. It's like dusty. So, that's not really working. This is kind of not a great, this is a very compressed piece of felt. Maybe try this. There we go. Of course, it looks totally different on this surface. All right. Ugh. I just did it. Okay, this is not completely on, but what I want to do is I want to tack this where it is, let it dry, and come back to it. So I'm just going to recap what we did so far today. Took apart a greeting card and put it on part of an old frame. And we did that with the hopes that that will go onto the cover in some way. We sewed this, which was not hugely successful on the inside or the outside. I originally wanted it like this. I actually really like that. I might start over with another piece now that I've gotten a little more of a grip. And then, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I should trim this. I could take this piece here and put it over that corner, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'm going to show you a few other things that I have. I broke out some embroidery pieces that I had gotten. Now these, I think these are probably not roses. I'm going to say pansies or impatiens. This I'm going to say is primrose. More primrose. General stuff. And roses. So I might stain this because we want to stay neutral. This is kind of bright. We'll have to see. Now the interesting thing is apparently this was a pillow cover because there's a piece of a zipper in the back. So I'm playing around with it. If I were to just use this as is, I could glue it inside the cover. I'd probably just cut that or even leave it. It could be a double pocket or tuck or whatever you want to call it. So I think I have another one of these. We might use that on the front and back cover. That's my progress. I didn't really get any one thing done, but I just wanted to let you in on more of my process. I'm going to get rolling. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.